Yeah. So I want to ask a question off of that, David. When you mentioned checking in and you comparing it to your business, and one thing I find that advisors will who are tracking their business correctly can open Excel, they can see how healthy their business is by looking at the numbers in the
Yep.
bottom line. Are there any things like when you're checking in on yourself, what kind of things are there to be looked at or measured? Like it seems like a more difficult thing to do than to check in on your business.
Yeah, and what I would do is I would categorize it, right? I would look at my physical, my emotional, my mental, my health, and all of those things matter, right? So what I would do is I would take inventories. I'm really big on those Excel sheets. I am. So for me, it's like, okay, how am I feeling, right? You know, so I would check in first on my mental health, right? Is there some stress there? There's good stress of my business, my work. I'm working on a big booking. I'm really busy right now, and it makes me feel good. That's a good stress, right? But it's that bad stress. It's that chronic stress that's there every single day. It's the worry that we take a little pebble and we make it into a big boulder, right? That's where you need to make sure you're stepping in and say, no, all right, we can't let this go. So I want to have that inventory. I want to have that sit down with myself or maybe a loved one or someone I live with or a friend or a coworker that I can check in and say, hey, let's talk. Um, Physical health, right? I would look at my sleep. That's a big one. I mean, I would say, am I getting enough sleep every single night? And the connection between sleep, physical, and mental health is will blow your mind. I talk about sleep more now than I've ever had in my whole life. Um, and people look at me because they want to hear about a diet, right? They want to hear about a quick fix to go to the nutrition store and buy a pill. And when I'm talking to them and I say, well, tell me a little bit about your rest. Tell me about how you're recovering. Are you getting 7.5 to 8 hours of sleep a night? We know more now than ever when it comes to your mental health, your physical health, your emotional health, that sleep is one of the number one things that can help elevate your well-being, your immune system, right? Your hormonal health, inflammation. So those pieces are really important to make sure that you're checking in on your mental well-being, two, your rest and recovery and your sleep, right? The other big thing here, team, is if we're coming on top of the year, right? This is a great opportunity. What tests do you need this year? Your annual checkups, right? Those check-ins on your business that you do probably every day. But what about the check-ins that you need, right? Those colonoscopies, the mammograms, things like that you, depending on your age, that you need to be doing, right? Not everyone needs them if you're younger here, but as you get older, those tests need to be part of your calendar. Get those on and schedule those. You're busy. So the more proactive you can be on scheduling those future tests, so they're in your calendar and you have nothing to worry about.